although the ponies denied it. Denied it. The time has come, my friends, to laugh and mock because officially revealed that Helldivers 2 is dropping into Xbox Series X and S August 26th. The same day that Gears Reloaded is dropping on Xbox and PlayStation. Aaron Greenberg writes, welcome Helldivers 2 and the Team Arrowhead GS to Xbox. Looking forward to playing this when it launches next month. Ooh. Helldivers 2 account says, a new dawn is upon us. Super Earth is expanding its operations and opening new enlistment centers. Xbox players, your opportunity to enlist is coming when Helldivers 2 deploys to Xbox Series X and S on August 26. Pre-order Standard Edition and the Super Citizen Edition of Helldivers 2 today. Pre-order on Xbox. And then they put up a trailer. And let's watch the trailer.
What is it worth? For some, the answer is simple. Everything. As our fiercest foes march towards extinguishing our freedom. Now more than ever, we need more Helldivers. We need more recruits.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Will you make the ultimate sacrifice? Now is the time to join the Helldivers.
There it is. It's here. Official. It's happening, guys. And the ponies are not taking it too well. I'm not going to lie. They're not taking it too well. But demo went away. I want to know which one he wanted me. Which is the one you want me to do first? I see two.
Oh, I think you should play the first one on the left first. The one right here.
Listen, in light of the recent news that PlayStation is going to take their games to Xbox with the Helldivers 2, right? At least to begin with, I would like to announce proudly that the PlayStation 5, okay, over there, see, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful console. The PlayStation 5 is going to be my last PlayStation console. That's it. From this point on, this will be my last console. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro just to kind of give you that last hooray. But even if I do, that's going to be much later down the line. This will be my last console. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much business sense this might make. I don't care about the time of this or that or, oh my God, it's been a year. I don't give a fuck. What I give a fuck about is exclusivity. Because when you create a hardware platform, I need to believe and trust that the games you're going to make yourself are going to take full advantage of the specifications and the capabilities you have built into that box. If you are now a third-party developer, and that's what they are, a third-party publisher now, then you have no obligation, or rather, you have the obligation to make sure that every single project that you greenlight is going to be able to run on all available platforms. That's what's going to happen, right? So listen, I didn't buy a PlayStation to have a third-party box. No, I could have stuck with my PC. I already had a PC. I didn't buy a PlayStation to be stuck to the level of performance or creative capability of an Xbox Series S. If I had wanted a Series S, I would have bought the Series S, but I didn't because that didn't interest me. But now the games that PlayStation is going to be making are going to have to run on the Xbox Series S. That is a downgrade of epic proportions. And you know what? Forget about the fact that this is live service. What makes you think that single player is sacred? Single player will be put on Xbox too. Listen, It is what it is. This will be my last PlayStation. Thank you, Herman Souls. Thank you, Hiroki Totoki. Thank you all for fucking up the brand. Well done. Fuck off.
Damn. God damn. I love that PlayStation. PlayStation is dead, bro. Bruh. It's funny because my kids do that shit all the time to me. Bruh. Yo, that was wild. That was some crazy shit. This is the emotional damage that is happening right now out in these streets, bro. This is real crazy.
Emotional damage.
You're muted, Nevo.
But he's saying I bought my PlayStation for exclusives. Okay, bro. Like, but do you know that you can play other games? It doesn't necessarily have to be an exclusive. And this is what I'm talking about.
Well, no, Demo. The thing is, he probably plays the majority of his games on his PC. He already said he has a PC.
Yeah.
The only reason he has the PlayStation is for the exclusives, which I'm sorry to tell you, if you have no FOMO, those come to PC anyways. You don't need a PlayStation.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's so sad. But at the same time, it's like, okay, yo, I understand, right? I understand that you are into the exclusives, right? But that shouldn't be the only reason why you buy a console. I mean, it's never been my reason. Of course, he has a different, ideas, a different train of thought, right? But that's not why you buy a console. You buy a console to play games. It could be a good game, a bad game, whatever. The games that you want to play. But buying it just solely because of the exclusives, it's just like you are going to get disappointed. And that's what's happened with Sony PlayStation during this generation. Their identity and the Sony PlayStation fans and fanboys, they're all being talking about exclusives. First off, they got no games. Okay, let's start there. Right, because I was told like during the PS4 era, because this generation of PlayStation has been nothing but a reflection of the PlayStation 4 era, that we were told it was the shit. Literally the same games, sequels, part 2. That's exactly what they're giving us. What new IP has they given us? Anything new? Any exploration on creativity? I don't think so. The only new IP they got is Helldivers 2. And it wasn't even theirs to begin with, right? Which is fair.
Concord, but is dead.
They bought it. They paid somebody to make it. It is what it is. But what I'm trying to say here is like, what is the creativity that everybody's been talking about? And this is what people get disappointed, because even if Xbox had lost their exclusives, we're still rocking with Xbox. It was because, you get Game Pass, you get, other shit that you can do with Xbox, like connecting your games from one platform to the other and continue your progress. There's so many other features, right, that the Xbox has, not to mention that you can emulate games, you can put it in dev mode and do a bunch of crazy shit. Like, Xbox is literally a PC already. All they had to do is upgrade the OS, and it is like exactly like a PC. You can do everything. So what I'm trying to say here is like, you bought a console just for the exclusives, and you made your purchase, based on the wrong, right, on the wrong things. It's just.
So I think it depends on like. Crazy. So for instance, right, I have the Xbox, but I have the PC, and then I have a Switch, and I have a PlayStation, right? But understand, I never wanted to have to buy the PlayStation, right? But like you said, it's the games, right? So they had the exclusive over there, and it just kind of forced me because I like Naughty Dog. But
but say it like you mean it, really loud, so chat can call you a pony butt.
No, I mean, look, these motherfuckers hear it a million times. I don't give a shit. Listen, the game's a game, bro. That's what's the shit for me. But that being said, like I already kind of said, like I'm not going to be looking at another, the next PlayStation, right? Because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. The games that are coming will come to PC, and I'm going to be able to play it on my Xbox. Now, after this news, woo. That shit might just come. You know what I'm saying? It might just drop on the box. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, but dude, like somebody like him, Hargi said it. He has the PC, right? So for him, it's like, why did I buy the PlayStation? Right? Same thing for me. Is like, why do I buy a PlayStation if there's not going to be any exclusives on there that matter? Now, I don't want there to be exclusives on there. I'd rather them not be on there because I don't like the PlayStation controller. I don't like the PlayStation ecosystem. So this works out great for me. He's pissed because he likes the PlayStation ecosystem apparently. But that's just wild. Do you see how emotionally damaged they got from this? This is real crazy. This is real crazy. I don't know if I believe him. I think he might just be put on a show for
of course, for attention.
I tend to actually believe them because look, a lot of the same people will say I don't need an Xbox because I have a PC. Fair enough. That's true. If you every game comes out day and date on PC, you can get Game Pass on PC. Xbox doesn't care. You're buying Microsoft Windows either way. They don't care. Whether it's an Xbox Windows or it's a freaking PC Windows, they got you. They got you. They got your telemetry. They got you're getting their games. They don't care. So fair enough. And if PlayStation now look, I don't know if we want to get into the actual thing here, but all their live service games now are on Xbox. All their live service games are now on PC. PC day and date. They've delayed this specific one for a year, whatever it is, 18 months. I don't think that happens anymore. I think all their live service games are now just going to come out on everything because it just doesn't make sense to not do that. They've seen it. They've seen the metrics. They're like, why take away? Xbox is where multiplayer is kind of king. It just is, right? And so it's like, well, and I'm not taking away from PlayStation players. They play multiplayer games too. But the Xbox player base is very multiplayer focused. Why would you take away that? Even if you get a very small fraction, 200,000 copies sold. Who cares? It's 200,000, freaking copies at, what is it, $50, $40, whatever the heck it costs. You're going to get your 70% of that. Why wouldn't you bank that? What's the point of not doing that? Right? And you're like 80% there when you write it to Windows because it's the same bloody SDK that you're using. I think it's called the GDK, but it doesn't matter. When you're writing it for Windows, you're writing it for Xbox. You just have a little bit more optimization to do to make it work on the Series X and Series S. That's it. So it's like, how much more effort? Maybe another couple of months, certify it, and you're done. It's like, well, why not take advantage of it? And at this point, we can fully see how Jim Ryan was towing the line of the console war bullshit, and Sony's like, "Where's my money?" You spent how much? Where's my money? It's just like on the other side. Where's my money?
Facts.
And like, yeah, it was nice doing business with you, Jim. Bye-bye. And then you see the next financial. Well, we will be changing directions from. Here's the beautiful thing, folks. Here's the direction.
100, bro. This is the crazy shit. Like they've been saying it, right? Like they have been saying this shit as clear as day. They said, ubiquitous. The games will be everywhere that there is the ability to compute. Their games will be everywhere. They've been telling you that this is what it is. So if you want to go and have a kind of compare it to Xbox, right? Hiroki and the dude before him that above him that was saying all this stuff. That's like Satya, where he's like, bro, this is gonna happen. Satya told us that he hates this exclusivity bullshit, right? He said this shit a while ago. So they have said it, and it's the Herman Holst and all this other shit that they keep trying to delay whatever's gonna come, whatever's gonna happen. But they sat his ass down, right? They said you ain't co-CEO anymore or co-chair, whatever that was, right? They knocked his ass down. They made the other guy in charge, right? So you could just see it's all starting to fall into place where they are just going where they already told us they were gonna go. Do I see the?
I do have the actual clip of Hiroki Totoki.
Users will be able
this
to
is not Hiroki Totoki. This is the bigger boss.
Ese mismo.
Gamers will be able to find a place to play in different spaces. Why PlayStation will remain our core product. We will expand our gaming experiences to PC, mobile, and cloud.
PC, mobile, and cloud.
You just see, yep. He said, did you have the one that he says there's gonna be
Where
ubiquitous?
there's computing.
Yeah,
That's
where's
what
the
he
computing?
said. That's how it starts.
And then Hiroki after this one, because people were like, oh no, that's not gonna include Xbox. Then Hiroki did a whole nother statement and had all these listed, and then said, and other platforms.
Yep.
And then when Lego the Hulk came out, it's like, oh, see, that was the other platform. Switch. Oh, cool.
Yep. No wonder that Shinobi blocked me when I show him this one. He blocked me. He said Forza is coming on PlayStation, right? That's what I put it in the song. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's right, and everybody knows it. But are you telling your PlayStation people that what PlayStation plans are? Like, are you keeping it real with your crowd? Because it may happen. He blocked me. So he decided to deviate it, right? And then to redirect me and to reject my my proposition. So there you go. That's what he gets. Denial. I was proposing him to stop being a pony. That's exactly what it is. And I was like, please, understand that this shit is happening. Everyone, I'm trying to open your eyes, but he blocked me instead. But hi, shout out to Shinobi, bro. I love you.
They don't care. They don't care. Let me get the homie One Punch Jedi in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says, let me do this real fast because I can't see it. Says, don't worry, ponies. It's only one game. Hashtag whole slate. Yo,
yeah, he did say PC. Remember, that's the part that it doesn't matter. Even if they didn't port their games, they're coming anyway. Now they can actually optimize it if they want to. The next console will come along. They'll still optimize it. And look, I'm seeing the pattern. We're all seeing it. The series consoles are going to live for quite a while. Freaking Xbox One is still getting games up to now, right? So the series consoles are going to live for a while. They're going to publish games on series consoles for a while. So they're going to put them there.
You know what? I feel like PlayStation is ahead of time because they see that Xbox was trying to turn the Xbox into a PC, and they were like, "Oh shit, we said we're gonna put it on PC.
All those games are coming.
We might as well go ahead and put it on Xbox." You know what I'm saying? And look, that's a smart thing to do. And especially multiplayer. This is like nobody's making fun of them for this. I think this is the right call. We're making fun of ponies because they were the ones who thought that would never happen. But I do believe this is.
We knew PlayStation was going to do this. They want to make money.
They're not stupid.
That was never a question.
And they need
it's the ponies who are stupid.
They need it.
We said PlayStation will never, ever do this.
You know what they say? Broke people can have no pride. It is what it is. You don't got money. You're gonna do things that you don't want to do for money. You gotta bend the knee.
Gonna get on the knees, bro. They gotta twerk it.
At their upcoming. Oh, go ahead with the super chat.
You say twerk.
Oh, let's give my boy to you. Came out of the bro boy decided with that $5 super chat. Appreciate you. He says, I made ponies mad. They decided to go with the we play Xbox pays we use for Game Pass. They pay too. Show them I use Microsoft rewards to buy the game. Oh, that's fucked. That's funny. If they are trying to use the we play Xbox pays, they're obviously cracked the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're actually doing it.
They literally pay.
Oh, I got one for you. One tweet for you that is gonna literally blow your mind, bro.
What was this other one you put over here though?
I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send you a DM right now. Put that one.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Yeah, they shouldn't be talking shit. But I'm gonna send you this one, bro. Check this one out, bro. And this is like Colin Moriarty talking about why Sony PlayStation.
Oh, I have. Yeah. I have that one.
No, but read the tweet that they put on top because it's another pony saying that this is a consolation type shit for Xbox gamers because they got nothing to play. I'm like, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. What? Read that shit, bro. Ponies are cracked out, bro. Hey, you did crack, don't you? You might as well throw away. Remember that movie?
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. Hold on, did you send it to me?
Yeah, I just sent it to you. I just sent you a DM. Yeah, Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah. It's the last one I sent you. I know I sent you a lot of shit today.
Oh, right here. Just came through. Oh my god, this guy's a clown. All right, let me put it up. Facts. All right. So you got K Med says, "Oh boy, now PlayStation is throwing them a lifeline.
What?
PlayStation obviously wants to keep those lobbies full and is taking advantage of depressed Xbox players over another long, cold winter to do just that. It's not that deep."
Does he know
Bro,
that it's summertime here in America?
Tell me you don't know shit without telling me you don't know shit. God damn. That's some dude. This dude presents himself as if he's like some like smart dude, right? But he's over here constantly talking stupid shit.
That's
But
somebody father too, so I can imagine.
that's just crazy for him to act as if Xbox ain't got shit to play. We got that shit to play and it's for free. But then this is Collins in May 1st, 2024. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Oh shit, that's long, but let's see how it starts.
We've talked about this in the past, but Xbox's status is on the back of the fiscal information that came out yesterday from when we're recording.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great from a hardware perspective, but very strong from a services and software perspective. Sounds to me like they're turning themselves into a third party fully. And I was reading Satya's commentary where he noted that he noted by name that Microsoft had 7 games in PlayStation's top 7 or top 20. I'm sorry, 20 PlayStation Store's top 25 games. 7 of them were Xbox games.
Yeah.
And so Bethesda games too, and so your Fallouts and all the rest, and Sea of Thieves is doing very, very well over there apparently.
Crazy.
Pentiment and Hi-Fi. So I'm kind of just curious what everyone's gut feeling is about this, because I was looking at this. There was an analyst. We don't know hardware numbers, obviously they don't share them anymore, and haven't for a very long time actually. But he was saying that he thinks that they sold somewhere like 800,000 units in the 3 months leading into the end of the year. Or I guess this would be their third.
So this is just him talking shit about the saying that they're struggling. Okay, and then the tweet was this: the Helldivers 2 to Xbox rumor begs a question. What could PlayStation possibly gain by selling in an ecosystem with cratering hardware sales and an audience that buys few games? Why throw a lifeline to a struggling competitor? Why create PR and marketing issues for low revenue? Interesting. Hazardor came and said, looks like PlayStation certainly did care about third place small player based platform that supposedly buys no games. You won't accept once again. You were wrong, but hey, it's all right. You do you, Colin. Interesting that they go and talk about Xbox as if this is some struggling small platform, yet PlayStation deemed it worthy to spend the money to port this game over to Xbox.
Yeah. Anyhow, back in the real world.
Facts. Oh my god.
I don't know what Cog's response to that was. I like how they always try to drag Cog in as the only Xbox guy, because somehow I guess Maddie has decided not to be a Xbox guy anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, but
he got in deeper with Colin. So
yeah, which I mean that's sad, but
he just came up and that's the way it happened.
But either way, like everybody touts the stupid UK numbers, and I'm like, dude, like, do you put things in context at all? So F off with the stupid, UK numbers. That has no relevance. Like, show me actual stats from, most publishers that say that Xbox players buy nothing. Okay, like show me some actual stats that say that, instead of rumors and innuendos. Obviously, it was enough for PlayStation to decide to put their game on this platform. Many others have done that. Final Fantasy, anyone? Like, all this stuff is coming over. Like, so what? Why would they do that? Because they're dumb? Okay, fair enough. we'll see, right? We saw those initial numbers that Final Fantasy 16 sold. What was it, 22,000 copies or something, and that was like bunk. And so, like,
yeah. Yep, super low number.
Okay, whatever. I bought it. I haven't started it yet. I just finished Metaphor. I'm not sure if I want to do Final Fantasy or if I want to do Expedition, but there's a couple of games leaving Game Pass, so I'm going to do those first, including Callisto, which I haven't even started yet. So,
how you liking Metaphor?
Callisto. I finished it. It was good enough. It's basically, if you've played Persona, it's very similar. It's very similar with a different twist to it. But it's a similar gameplay mechanic.
Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed though, because I thought that I was gonna, I did play Expedition 33 though, to be fair. And when it comes to turn-based, those people really nailed it. So playing Persona felt like a very very hard downgrade when it comes to the combat, right? But you know what I started playing recently, and I've been really digging. What's the name? Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is dope. It reminds me a lot.
I played that for a little bit.
That's in Game Pass still, right?
Right. And it reminds me a lot of Expedition 33, more interactive, turn-based type of combat. Yep. And the other one that I started playing, because I've been looking for turn-based games, is the Like a Dragon, Yakuza. And I thought that one was great too. But I like this more than the Metaphor, and I thought I was curious, but go ahead, carry on, man. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah. So look, the reason that Sony's looking at this is if they look at their live service games that are coming up, which they themselves said was going to be the thing that drives their revenue for the next fiscal, which is already going to be billions less than the last fiscal. That's what Marathon and Fair Games, and well. Anybody think that those are really going to do anything? Marathon, heck, Bungie people are saying, I don't know. I don't know about that. Right. And then you got Fair Games, the head of that studio left, fired. So I don't think that game's going anywhere. So they're like, okay, so we got this one game that did work. Should we just try to extract as much money as we can? Yes, that's exactly what you do. Like, stop the stupid console war bullshit and just give it to every gamer that you can. Put it on Switch 2. It doesn't matter. Get freaking players, engagement, more money. That's what you need to do. It doesn't matter. This console war crap is like passe bullshit from like 20 years ago. It's dead. There's just no point anymore. They're all PCs. They're literally all PCs now. So what the heck is the point? Like, why do you need to lock it down? You're going to limit yourself to the 70, 80, 100 million players, or do you want the billions of players out there? Which one makes more sense? Like, yes, Xbox doesn't have the billions. PC does, and PC is Xbox now. So
talk that shit.
Where do you want to go?
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. No hiding now.
So
no hiding
too bad
now.
For you. It is what it is. So, this is where they are. And like, this was always going to happen once they merge the stores and you can just pick up the Steam version and play it on your Xbox. And look, that cat's out of the bag now at this point, right? Sarah Bond outright told you it's coming.
It's already there. They did it, or they already did the update, bro.
So it's coming.
There.
They're gonna be able to do it. So
I'll be surprised if Sony doesn't try to do what Xbox is doing, and in the next generation of console, they try to bring you Steam and Epic as well, because how it is. They've been copying the hell out of Xbox, and I really agree with you, Hagi. They really should.
They should. I hope that mentality, that old style mentality of no, it's a locked box and you will do everything we tell you. You have to tear down the walls. It's just not worth it. If you want that box to be more accessible to more players, it's going to have to break down the barriers. Right? People will want it when you say, I can bring my Steam library. Oh, shit. Like, that's cool.
I think
I have a consistent console. Why
that
not?
They'll have it able to do it if they need to. So I don't think they're going. I don't think the next PlayStation will have it where you can just bring your stores there, but they'll have the ability locked away so that if they see the game change, they can pivot and bring it on. But I think they're going to try to go another run at,
You think so?
Trying to lock
that. That'll be their folly.
If they
That'll
do
be
that,
their
they're
folly.
cooked.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll be their folly. And if I hope they do actually like realize it. If you want to compete with this, you're gonna have to do the same thing. But either way, we're here to talk about how the entirety of the bullshit story of Sony will never give up their exclusives. Yeah, that's done. It's done.
Yeah, that's a story.
Stop.
It's
It's
done.
done. It's
The
over.
conversation is
It's
over.
over.
100%.
It's over. And this is not the one and done. They're absolutely bringing more. They're absolutely bringing more.
Yep.
And I fully expect to see at some point Switch 2 will get some support from PlayStation, and they should. It absolutely should. I still think Switch 1 should
All
get
I
some
want is
support
Astrobot. All I want
for
is
PlayStation.
Astrobot.
Yeah, bring it. I bring Astrobot over to other platforms.
I just
but
wanted
there's
to
so many
make
games
fun
that
of
have
them.
that cat.
I really don't think that they can move that one. I think that's the one game that no one's gonna be like, yeah, bring it over. It's too much in the deep throating Sony shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one thing like letting a game come to your console that's about, that's made by a Sony team, and then there's a whole different thing bringing a game to your console that's literally celebrating. Look at every IP that Sony has.
Right. That'll be the best advertisement for Sony PlayStation. Believe it or not.
Other people will be okay with that.
If they do that, it'll be
sold like shit. It doesn't matter. It sold like shit.
Yeah.
So even if it sells like 100,000 copies on Switch and 100,000 copies on Xbox, guess what? That's a big chunk for them because it's.
I'm not saying
like
that
shit.
PlayStation wouldn't do it. I'm saying that the platforms might be like, fam, that's a bit too.
No. They don't get to block them, right? So once they have access to the platform, and they do, because MLB the show is on Switch, so they have access to the platform. They can put whatever they want as long as it passes their standard certification process, right? Which will just be it works, right? That's essentially it. So they can put the game there. As far as like the reception, even if it doesn't sell in the millions, it didn't sell that many millions on PlayStation itself. So if they can sell 300,000 copies, I think they will be ecstatic because that's extra money that they just didn't get. So why not? And I'm talking about Switch and Xbox. Like, what the hell? Yeah, put it there. Get your cash. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter anymore. Just get money. That's the whole point. Give your freaking company back the money they're looking for so you can give it to your shareholders or do investments that you need to do. This whole barrier is done. It's done at this point. You just can't see it any other way.
Yeah, it is. There's really no other way for this to shake out. And it's going to be funny to see how the PlayStation fanboys pivot, right? Because
we saw one of them. It was great.
Yo, he lost his fucking mind. He's like, I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Last PlayStation. I'm done. Right? Puerto Rock got clipped over here.
Didn't we say this was going to happen? Once you can play your Xbox and your PlayStation and your Steam all on the Xbox, you're like, why do I need a PlayStation?
We said it, bro. We said it. We said it for so long. It's the truth. It just is what it is. Puerto Rock out here saying that PlayStation is not willing to put their own first-party games on PlayStation 4. What the hell makes you think they're going to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox? What's the fallout of that? Hiroki Totoki is PlayStation's version of Phil Spencer.
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to save PlayStation because I think this is the best thing that they can do moving forward. So, well done, PlayStation. I think this will bring more people to the ecosystem. Right here, you just put this game in Xbox that has 500 million users. You just threw this game in there. Bro, come on. It's fucking genius. It's the same thing that Xbox did, right? Like, let's get those monthly active users. Now, PlayStation, based on this game, have more monthly active users. It's going to show. It's going to increase at least a couple of millions. Let's keep it real and let's start there, And this is what it is, man. No more console wars. I feel like this is like the beginning of the platform wars. This is going to be more about what your box can do and how it can facilitate and make better my gaming experience. How can you connect me to all my gaming or all my games, wherever I am, and exactly all of that, rather than my machine can do 4K 120. Like, and it's gonna be rather than, oh, how many exclusives do you have? No, show me the value of owning your hardware. And it is okay, hold on, chill. We got games, but you can go on desktop mode and you can also edit your YouTube videos. You can set up your stream. You can write a paper for college. So it is like, okay, hold up. So you can tell me I can do all these things. Yeah, you can already do most of these things that I mentioned on an actual Xbox Series X. You can actually go and write a fucking paper on your Xbox right now. You don't need a laptop. You can stream on your Xbox. You can actually edit videos on your Xbox. Xbox is already a PC. So what the fuck are we talking about here? It's crazy. You can hook up a mouse and keyboard, no problem. Play Call of Duty games. I think that the last game that had the keyboard and mouse is Ready or Not. I think it has keyboard and mouse support. So games like come on, bro. It's already there. So people don't really want to see it. That's all that is. But yeah, PlayStation, right move, right? I think you can breathe now and understand. They're going to see the light because Xbox gamers are going to buy this game. And it's not because they're starving, but because this is a good game. Actually, in my opinion, the best game that Sony PlayStation has done this generation is this one, Helldivers.
Was the most successful, right? So by definition, it's the best game.
I think the best. I haven't really played it as I own it, but I have gone to people's houses that haven't. I played it, and then I know, like, oh shit, this is a good, fun game. It's well done.
Are you gonna get it?
I had nobody to play with on the PC usually, but now that I have some of the Xbox homies, I'm definitely gonna get it to get into some. The PC. My other homeboy that plays with me, he's not really into it like that. So I'm like, I was waiting.
And it's got crossplay, which is good. So
yeah, it's got crossplay.
Whichever platform they're on, Steam or PlayStation or Xbox.
More gamers,
right?
man.
So
good shit.
The only negative I saw was it did not have which would play anywhere, which would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Right. So that you could just have it on both PC and Xbox with one copy.
But that's coming too. That's coming too. They're gonna start implementing that in all the games as well.
Are they releasing it on the Windows Store?
They already have it on Steam. They're not releasing it on the Windows Store. No.
Okay, so that's probably why.
Yeah, so they could. It's just a question of whether they wanted to go through that or not. But I think they should. But maybe there's some hesitation there, and I'm not sure what that hesitation would be. It's not like you would lose a sale because if somebody wants to play it on PC, they'd buy it either way, right? But
on Xbox, they would be signed in, right?
If they were on Xbox. What was that?
Is that they have to have a Microsoft account, right?
Of course. I mean, obviously, if you're on an Xbox, you have to have an Xbox account, right? There's no way around that.
No, but if they bring it on Windows, meaning if they bring it to the Windows Store versus Steam, right? Steam, they could keep it kind of separate. You don't need to have the Windows account.
I guess, because I mean, you're logged in. Like Windows 11 requires a freaking.
So you're logged in anyway. So really
a Microsoft account anyway. So you're.
I don't know why wouldn't they just do it?
Right, so
what the fuck's the reason at that point? Just fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're on corporate, I don't know how many people at home are playing games on a corporate device. I hope they're not. But outside of that, you're using a Microsoft account, so you got an Xbox account. It's just by default there. So, whatever.
And then you do have some people trying to get ahead of it, right? So this dude, I know you've seen him because he's such a douche. I really don't like this dude. But either way, he wrote earlier this year, nah, bro, Helldivers 2 won't be on Xbox, laughing out loud, and he took the L. He's gonna take the L. So he was wrong. So it's like trying to get ahead of it. I can see that.
Cool.
This one was funny though. I said Metroplex said, who did this perfect? Yay, Helldivers, why?
Disappointment.
So disappointment. So much disappointment for them.
Yep.
And then this here is just your Gaz got Nib. Just going ahead and confirming that PlayStation is third party. We got Nib's recap that says Helldiver 2 is not a third party exclusive. Sony owns the IP and fully funded and published the game. By Phil Spencer's own words and definition, it is a first-party game.
He did a whole essay to incriminate himself. bro. I swear to God, man.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Then you got
He's gonna sue
MVP in the
ChatGPT.
building. Right? Right?
I mean, it's your fault.
Like, damn it, Phil, you got me again. MBG says Nix's software helped develop the Xbox port of Helldivers 2. If I'm not mistaken, this marks the first time Sony has shown a willingness to utilize their own studios move one of their games to Xbox consoles. That is telling, in my opinion. All right, so let's take his words here, right? And I think this is kind of like what we've been saying, but that is why we believe that this is not a one and done, right? The fact that Sony is physically getting involved in this, Nixus is actively sitting there with an Xbox dev kit in their office, porting this game over. Nixus is the port studio. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see this being a one and done. I see this being a, now that we've done it, now that we're here, let's go. What's next? Right? What's next that we're porting? Right? Plus, they want to keep them busy, right? They want to keep Nixus rocking, and they run out of fucking games to remaster to the fucking to PC, right? They've already kind of done pretty much everything that there is to be done. So the next frontier for Nixus is to start doing all those. Oh my God, bro. The one I gotta tell you, if there's ever a moment that you're gonna clip me for some bullshit, if they port Last of Us to fucking Xbox, I will 100% buy that shit, play that shit, beat it, buy the next one, get them both. I don't give a fuck. That's the only aim. They'll fucking have me locked instantly.
Thank you. I'll pass. I got so much shit to play. I ain't got no time to watch no soap operas, man.
Bro, it's a good soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
yeah, bro. Yeah.
I mean, look, they could do that one. They don't have to take brand new games, right? But they could take their back catalog, just like, Gears Reloaded, right? It's a almost 20-year-old game, right? It's like, take your old stuff and start putting it over on other platforms.
Bloodborne Remastered Day One
to be made.
Bloodborne Remastered Day One on Xbox. They will fucking
Bloodborne has a little bit of an issue with it in that From doesn't like. For some reason, what's his name? The guy that runs that. He's a little annoyed with Sony, so he specifically did not want to do anything with Bloodborne for some reason. I don't know. There's some bad blood there. I don't know what it is, but that's why they did. Was it Dusk Blood? What was the game they put on Nintendo?
Dusk Blood. Yeah, that's like that.
Yeah. So that that was the Bloodborne 2. But they said F you to Sony. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why, but there's some bad blood there. I don't know. But
has it come out yet? The game?
That game is not scheduled. I don't even know if it has a release date, but it is. I can look if there is a release date. But yeah, so it has absolutely not come out yet. But I don't even know if it's this year. I think it might be next year game or something like that. But either way, yeah. So. Yeah, it does not have a release date this year. So I don't know that Bloodborne, they do anything, unfortunately, because they have to get their, From Software's okay to do it. And they're just like, nah, screw you guys. It's like, okay.
Boy, they own 10% of Katakawa,
But
Katakawa.
they don't have a controlling stake. So From can still do whatever they want. And honestly, do you think they would mess with them? It's just like Todd Howard. Do you mess with Todd Howard? Nope. You just don't. Because the Golden Goose is making games. Let him keep making games. Let's not piss him off. There's no reason. Just let it go, right? And so that's what you just don't, right? That guy's making games that are like 90 plus meta. Like, just let it go. Just let him keep cooking. Like, it doesn't matter.
Agreed.
So
100%, 100%. Now, to be clear, I think I saw somebody in the chat say something, obviously very pony-like, but it's okay. Ghost of New Orleans says, "Trust me, y'all will not see Sony's tentpole single player games on Xbox. Besides, Xbox is about dead anyway. There's no denying that now, of course, because definitely PlayStation is used to porting games to dead platforms, 100% for sure. But this is what I would say. I would say, tentpole, I think is
What is
tentpole is an
tentpole?
interesting idea because
Yeah.
what is tentpole? Is tentpole a game that releases and is exclusive to PlayStation that's single player and sells a few copies and that's it? Or is it a tentpole game, a game that sells incredibly well for them? Because if I were to define what a tentpole game would be, it's one of your most profitable games, right? It's the game that sells the most.
Your successful
right?
games, right?
Your successful game is your tentpole, right? Like your bland games are not tentpole. Your successful games.
So
are
what are your
tentpole.
successful games at PlayStation?
Helldivers 2 is the only successful game that they launched this year.
Destiny 2, which is
MOB.
where everywhere. And then and then Helldivers. I don't know how successful MLB The Show is. It certainly
It's
is
very
an every year
successful.
game, right?
It's
So
very successful.
how much?
It's always one of the top played games, but it's
Yeah.
always in the top of the sell charts for the year, which is crazy.
Yeah, so so those your tentpoles are the ones that just make you money, right? That's obviously the, but from a PlayStation perspective, isn't that it then? Those are your tentpoles, isn't it? Is it not? I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's what would
Seems like they're only putting their tentpoles for now on
so
Xbox.
would you not
right?
say that for Xbox that would include things like Minecraft and Call of Duty, right? Games that are just continuously generating cash, right? Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft. These are big games, right? You got your Fallout 76, though we may not be interested as much. It still does pretty well. You got Elder Scrolls Online that just keeps doing well. Right? Do those count? Yep, they're temples. Like Elder Scrolls is not a temple. Like, it is what it is, right? Is it everywhere? Who cares? Whatever. It's making them money. That's the point, right? So I don't know. That's what I would see. Like Xbox certainly has other prolific names like the Halo series, the Gear series, and they make some money. Forza, like how many games sell, in the tens of millions copies? That's pretty good. Forza Horizon did really well. So like whatever. Are those tentpole titles? Sure. Right. Like Sea of Thieves. Who'd have thought? But Sea of Thieves. Right? Whatever.
It's what it is, right? Xbox has them, and now they have PlayStation's most profitable games, right? And that's on Xbox. We're not even talking about the PC version of this. Remember, all those other games belong to Xbox through PC, right? So, either way, the point is that all this is showing is that we were thinking that the only way Xbox was going to get these games were through the Steam access, but now they got Nixes lined up and ready to go.
It might as well, right?
Happen anyway.
Might as well. And I just think, hey, when you put it out on PC, might as well just put it on Xbox, right? I just like, why not, right? At that point, you got both. But whatever, we'll see how they play this out. But Dead, after all the layoffs, did the hardware team get anything? Last I heard, nope.
Which is funny because that's the one that they really tried to push, right? That the hardware team was going to get destroyed. I guess that means the hardware is not going anywhere, huh?
Going fine.
Look, the beauty of this, and again, we have already seen all the crying. I wish I found that oh, I know where it was. God damn, it's on Discord. That's where I was looking for one. I'm like, where the fuck is it? But it's from our boy Big Migs. Here it is. Oh, he has here it is. I can show it this way. All right, he gave me the link. Ready? They're not ready. I told you. I promised you that some of the ponies did not take this so well that they just they blipped out of the Twitter space. Well, here's Nico says people closing their accounts because Helldivers 2 releases on Xbox. Jay Berry Strife, nada. Persona speaks, nada. Gone with the wind.
What? They got rid of their accounts?
I don't know if they got rid of their accounts or they just turned it off or what they did.
Wow.
Let me take a look. Jay, I could just search their name. Let's see what happens. Jay. Is this him?
No, if you look at the thing, I think it's something else. Like, go back to that picture. It actually has the thing under it. Right?
I'm taking credit for Jay Barry deleting his account. Look, his name doesn't pop up. Check it out.
Yeah.
No, he's
this post from an account that no longer exists.
Yeah. If you go to your picture again, it actually has the actual handle.
Yeah. That's what I did.
I typed it in or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah. Just take a look at the handle. I think that's what it is, but I don't remember.
No, I think
the
when I
exact
read
wording,
it was Jay Barry. Hold on. No, that's his name. That's the big name. But it's Jay Barry _. Jay Barry _.
Okay, got it. Jay Barry _ got it. Okay, so like this person has right there. Right. If you see that post where he's like, I take credit for it being deleted, he's actually tagging him.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Jay Barry.
So he's gone. Yeah.
Gone.
If you click on that Jay Barry _ it should go to nothing, right?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Emotional damage.
Yo, I can't believe that shit. That's real wild, yo. That's
now that one calls
extermination.
Yo, that's big wild. Hold on, I gotta get the other one now. I didn't know it was both of them.
Wow.
Let me see the other one. Maybe the other one came back.
You
Persona.
can't handle the truth.
No, they can't. Let's try. Persona speaks. All right.
Yeah, bye. Deuces.
What's up, podcast?
No, that's it's done. They had the last episode.
There's
not
the
long
link
ago,
right
yeah.
there, right? No, if you go up a little, it's right there. There's tagged, replying to, right? You can click on it. Yep.
Damn. Hello,
knew
darkness,
that's
my
what
old
was
friend. Yo, they're not handling this well, man.
Wow.
They are not handling this well, dude.
Bro, imagine, bro, like after all the followers and people you have, right, a community that you built and abandon them, like, hey, fuck it, I don't want to get made fun of or something after all the shit that they talk, bro. It's so fucking crazy.
Wow, dude.
It's not that serious. Because I know there's still some Sony PlayStation fanboys out there, some PlayStation fans who still hardcore and still rocking with Sony, bro. Like the same way we rock with Xbox when they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so childish at this point, bro. It's really disappointing.
What's
bro.
Colt saying? I'm just curious. I just want to see what
they still have a podcast.
Though.
Well, actually, they don't because they just finished their podcast.
Oh my god. Oh, this is
I've
just
seen the
hilarious.
chat. Somebody said, "Where's Tim Dog?" I haven't seen Tim Dog coming out to say nothing.
Oh yeah, he said that he was gonna start talking shit on Wednesday when we seen the layoff. But it looks like whoever told him about the layoff also told him about Helldivers. He never showed up.
Oh my god,
he never showed up.
Oh my god,
Holy
dude. Yikes.
That's hilarious.
Well, I mean, that's sad for these people. I hope they're okay. But like seriously, guys, this should not be this big of a deal. Like, whatever. It's games. This is just companies making money. I hope this is not impacting your life in any meaningful, way. It shouldn't. All you should be doing is like either okay, yeah, whatever, it's over there, or enjoying it. Who cares? Like, this is more players for a game. Why not? Shouldn't you be happy that Sony wants to make money?
I mean, but they're not, right? You heard that dude that started the show for us. He said, I don't give a shit about them making money or how much it makes sense. He wants them to be exclusive. My exclusives.
Babies.
Let me get my boy Dark and Jug in the building with that $5 super. I appreciate you, my brother. Says ponies turned off their Twitter accounts to take a moment of silence to mourn their failed narrative. Damn, that's pretty wild.
We warned them. It's coming.
That's real wild.
They're gonna follow suit.
We did our point, like we did our job, right? We helped them out. We let them know. Dark and Jelly with that 2 says wellness check for the ponies now. Facts.
For not the ponies, the phonies.
The phonies. That's facts.
See it? That's what he had in there. The phonies.
Yeah, he always has it there. Yep. The phonies. That's the truth.
One of the ponies in the chat said that I found it amusing that we were talking about this instead of the layouts. We already talked about the layouts.
It's the
thing
next
is,
topic.
We're gonna talk.
No. And hold up. I definitely rather talk about games than layoffs. Nobody likes to talk about layoffs, bro. You know, that's just the most boring shit ever. You know, so there's a game in the mix, and we're gonna talk about the game. You sit the fuck down there and chill. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if enough people are gonna actually try to play this game. That's gonna be the question. But man, these guys, they did not take this well. I guess this is like the highest level of it, right? Like you just at the point where your entire narrative is so destroyed over what you've been talking shit about with what PlayStation would never do, with what Xbox does, and now it's all gone, and they just said, fuck it, I'm out.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Listen, you know, it's a
So the other one that we had was they'll never do day and date on PC for their single player games.
Oh.
We'll see.
Hello.
We'll
They're already
see.
doing it. Argy, low sol aside.
We'll
What is it? What is low sol aside?
Yeah, that's PC day and date.
That's day and day. It's coming. It's just like it's just the things that they don't want to see. They're right in their face. All of that is coming, man. All of that is coming.
Dude, it's crazy, but it's true, right?
Keep
it's
saying
crazy,
it'll
but
never
it's true.
happen.
Yep. Did you hear the Helldivers 2 director? I don't know if you guys saw this one.
That he
the
wants to go to
Helldivers 2
war.
director
Yeah, I
said,
saw the video.
I used to be a PlayStation angry teenager, and all in the console war. Today, I'm hoping we'll bring all players together. Helldivers 2 on Xbox.
The difference now, he makes a game and he's like, how do I make more money? I don't care about the stupid console war. I need to make money.
Oh shit! My dream come
I've got
true.
developers to pay.
Yep. I made a game for PlayStation. Everybody stopped supporting it after a while. We need more people to keep my developers alive, basically.
Yeah, he said we made a game for PlayStation. The PlayStation people didn't show up, so fuck them clowns. Let's get the Xbox team.
Yeah,
Let's get the Xbox team going. It's a good time. It's a good time. But yes,
so fun.
all right, absolutely. Okay. Any other bars on this?
Hi, man.
Chat, anybody, any of you guys, anything else?
I wanna say,
go
guys,
buy the game.
Yeah.
Buy the game, guys. Buy the game. That's what you need to do.
I want to say, man, you're a Sony PlayStation fanboy right now, and you're going through it, bro. Don't worry. We always here for you, man. We got PC, Xbox, MetaQuest. We like to play everywhere, bro. So don't be sad if you feel like Sony PlayStation is not worth it. Just don't leave the hobby, man. There's many options out there. That's it.
Facts.
We're very welcoming over here.
Yeah, we're nice.
You're welcome to join us.
Okay.
And join the smiles and the games that we get to play instead of being all depressed.
And,
on
yeah.
shit
The real
station
ones,
5.
not the forced ones when you're playing Astrobot. Okay, guys, those
yeah.
those are what we call the Joker smiles. Okay, that's
Uh,
the painted smiles that you put on because you're
Such a
really
smile.
playing.
Hey, yo,
fucking-
No, I
remember
heard
that
something about-
gas? What is it
about
like?
st-
The
Go ahead, sorry.
remember the from Batman? Isn't that like what the scarecrow? That he throws the
Yeah.
gas and makes everybody like this.
Yes,
Yep.
loopy.
Facts.
But Sony's been talking about some of the tech that's happening, right? Apparently, they are replacing Pisser with FSR4, right? So I don't know if you've seen some of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's apparently happening, and they've been
haven't
talking
seen
about what's
anything
happening with
new.
PS6, right? So there's stuff going on there, but it's basically
I mean, but it's
becoming
all
homogenized
preliminary
with-
though, right? Because I don't know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
like I didn't make it another topic or anything like that, but Cerny did come out after Xbox and AMD. Remember, first PlayStation AMD came out, but there was nothing really said exciting, right? There was just like, yeah, it's happening. Okay, cool. And then Xbox and AMD came out and talked about it, and AMD, fucking deep throated that shit and started writing so many messages to Xbox, about the partnership. They put up a video, they have crazy tweets on it. So PlayStation picked up the phones like, yo, hey, we got a partnership too. You better fucking write something. So they went ahead and put out a message after the fact while they're holding some fucking amethyst that they cracked in half and said, we're two parts of the same thing. It's some bullshit. It's like, okay, fam. But it's all getting started. It's all wonder where we can go with it. Like, this is not a, hey, yeah, we're doing this and we're rocking and we're ready to go. It's like, we're still figuring shit out. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I really don't know. They said as much on the on that round table when they were on the sofas, right? Saying that we're still exploring what next generation is going to be, and it's like,
yeah, top of
Xbox
mind.
has
the next console is top of mind.
They have the gun loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you figuring out what weapon to bring. They already got the gun to your head, man. Like, what's happening here?
They've already got a
Like, you
console
guys
coming
are-
this fall, right? Like the ROG Ally X is coming.
Yeah, baby. I
right?
can't wait for
Xbox
them
ROG
to
Ally.
tell me. Just
So-
tell me.
Good
Starkey
man,
Love,
good
keep
times.
saying this. We got Starkey Love in the building. I got this list. Starkey Love in the building says Sony canceled a dozen games with nothing in the pipeline to replace them. They need money, day-and-date PC, and more Xbox ports incoming. Facts. That I see as just a given at this point. You're 100%
So
right.
do you see my guess? This is just my guess. Is Saros will be the game for next year, right? Because I don't know what else they have in the pipeline, right? Maybe they announced something crazy that they've been working on they haven't told us about.
I thought it was Wolverine, but you said that got restarted.
That got that after that leak happened, they're like, oh, people didn't like this. Oh shit. It's
Like,
like,
what do they
yeah, it's not a Wolverine game, god damn it. It's a reskin freaking Spider-Man. Like, no, we want a Wolverine game. So yeah, from what we're hearing, they're all rumor, by the way, but what we're hearing is they kind of like went back to the drawing board and like, what is the Wolverine game going to be? And so it's going to take a little while to kind of fix that up. So it's not coming next year. That is what we're hearing, right? So expect 27, 28, something like that. Along those lines, Intergalactic, I don't think is ready, but maybe it is. I don't know if you guys.
No.
think that's coming up too.
We didn't go into it, but I don't know if you saw what's his name?
Neil Druckmann is no longer
Neil
a part
Druckmann.
of the.
He walked away from the HBO show
I
to go
don't know if I
ahead
would say
and
he walked away from it.
He walked away. They were like,
I
bro,
think
you're
the
ruining
quote-
shit up. Like, get the hell out. Go back to making it.
No. Honestly,
they told him
he's
F off.
leaving. I think he left because he knows where it's going and it's not going to be good. And he doesn't have Pedro Pascal in this upcoming season to kind of bring the fan service there. I think that he knows that shit's going to get messy. And honestly, I think Intergalactic is his last game. And I think
but he already said that, right?
Well, he never
didn't
said
wanna
it's
go
our
beyond
my last game. He said that my time is coming up because of my daughter and shit like that. But he didn't specify this is the last one. But
I
I
mean, it
think
makes sense,
he's saying they're just basically like he has to focus on writing this game and doing all this shit. Like if the game's not written yet, what are we talking about? He's not going to write the game in a year, you know what I'm saying, and have it be ready to go unless it's some sloppy ass shit, you know, or some basic ass shit. Which, if you think about what Naughty Dog has done in storytelling, is not a quick, here's my story, we're good to go, right? He has to write the story and then they got to perform all that shit. Assuming that it's the type of game, or maybe they're just making a stupid ass Souls-like that's gonna suck a lot of donkey dick. I don't know, but it's clear he's definitely going to.
But so, what do you think intergalactic time frame? Do you think it comes out next year?
No, I don't think next year. No.
Yeah.
We saw it last year.
I say, we saw it last year.
All right. So last year was 2024. We're in 2025, not 2026. I say 2027 earliest, 2028 likely.
Okay, and so that's why I'm guessing next year's game is Saros, right? It's the lowest production budget, like as far as like how much effort needed to make it finish. So to me, that one's the one that's likely to finish. So that's just my guess, right? Saros will be the one.
We haven't even seen gameplay yet, and PlayStation
we know
right
what
now,
it's gonna look like,
but it's a Housemarque game, right?
It's gonna look the same.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
their last game was 21, right? 2021. Returnal. I'm pretty sure it was in 2021.
Yes.
So that would give it 5 years. I think that's enough for them, right? Housemarque to make a game. So
I think so. I mean, it's possible.
I don't know. That seems reasonable to me, and so I don't like. You know, I think that's going to be their game next year, unless something, you know, is available that they just haven't told us about. Right? That's a possibility. Outside of any third party lockdown stuff, right? I'm talking about their first party studios. So for me, that's their game. If that's their game, are they better served? Because that is kind of in that Astro level, right? It's not going to be a very large seller. It's just not. If they're looking for any level of like return on investment, should they just day and date that everywhere? Is anybody going to buy a PlayStation because of Saros? Like, my answer to that is hell no. Nobody's going to, like, why would you really go out of your way to go buy a PlayStation for that? No, nobody bought it for Astro, which is game of the year. So why would anybody buy Saros and, you know, to get a PlayStation for Saros? I don't see Saros being the thing that does that. So serve the game better and don't lock it down. Like, give it to everybody. Like, I think that just makes more sense. And I could see that game running on a Switch too. I could see that game running on a PC and Xbox, of course, but I just don't see why not. Let's see what they do with it. Like, to me, that's the kind of game that just makes sense. Put it everywhere. Get as much exposure as you can when you launch it, so you get as many sales. Because I don't think that thing's going to sell a ton, right? If they can breach 1 million, 2 million sales by putting it everywhere, that's a good thing for that game. So why not do that, right? So, but look, it's bean counters that need to like push back on this whole exclusivity bullshit and say no. Like, okay, I can get it if it's like God of War and it'll sell 10 million easy, fine. But if you're talking about like a game that's like sold 500,000 copies or something like that on PlayStation 5, and then we put it on PC and it breached 1 million, why not put it everywhere? Just give it to everybody. Let's see if we can get 3 million out of it. That's awesome for us because we get money. Like, what's the downside, right? So I think they should start doing much more like bold moves, trying to do things like that with games they just don't expect a huge amount of sales on. You know, like it's fine if you want to say, you know, the next, you know, maybe Last of Us, which I don't think they're making, but whatever. If they had an Uncharted, that would just, because of legacy, it might sell well. Fair enough, fine, right? But if you're talking about a game that it's a new IP that nobody knows about, a studio that's never sold a lot, come on, give them a break and let it sell everywhere. I think it's just a bad idea to lock it.
Yeah, man.
I think it's just the natural progression of the industry. I think it's just where it's going. I think they're just like always, right? Sony's always getting there at the end. They didn't want to do crossplay. Remember, it was Xbox and Fortnite who fucking put the gun to them to make them do it, right? And this would just be the way going forward. It's just going to be something that they do. I do see Mac22TH. He says, CMoney, do a poll to see who already pre-ordered it. I did put the poll up. you know, most people said no so far. So we'll see if they're there. I see Crispy on the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Infinite Hero says Sony right now rocking and sweating with the chance to release The Last of Us again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like this would be like the 17th release. Like
Oh my god.
I mean, it's likely. It's likely. If we're gonna get to that point, I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, listen, overall, this is a good thing, right? Like you know, you've been saying it, demo, like the gamers won, right? Like breaking down PlayStation's walls is not about Xbox people saying, "Oh my God, we need your games, bring it over here, please." Right? That's not the scenario. The wall being broken down gives the devs the ability to have more people reach their, play their games, right, and reach more people. So if your games release everywhere, there's a bigger chance that you have a chance to be successful. And again, in this industry, man, like it's a rough industry right now, bro. Like, look at what just happened, right? We're going to talk about it a little bit, but like, people are losing their jobs, and there's a lot of shit going on, and there's a lot of money at play here. And, people are, they're risk averse a little bit right now. And you're out here taking these risks, and if people don't show up to your party, I mean, it's a big problem, man. Studios closing down, people, games being canceled. Like, there's a lot that can come from it. So right now, the industry is almost begging to be let loose, right? To just let it be completely open, and let's fully transition into where we know it's all going to be at one point or another, and frankly, where we are everywhere else, right? With movies, we're there. Doesn't matter what, if you buy a digital movie anywhere, you go ahead, it's on movie fucking, what's it called? Movies Anywhere. Like, you can literally log in anywhere and play the movie that you watch. Music, same shit, man. Music's everywhere, bro. Like, you go ahead and you subscribe to one streaming music station or another, doesn't matter which one you stream that you subscribe to, they all have access to the same music, right? And then fucking life is just easier, right? Then gaming can take its kind of final form, which is just games come out, do you like it or not, play the game, doesn't matter where, right? That's what it's about, right? And it's going to get there because the industry will force it. Or not, you'll have to bow out of it, right? PlayStation's not going to be able to afford to keep spending money on games that are failing every time. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reality of what it is.